Okay, sorry about that, folks. I don't know what happened there. You can still check out the first part of my stream if you weren't here earlier, but sound off if you are still here. Raise your hand or holler out if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that was weird. I apologize. But anyway, let's see if we can get back into this thing. I seriously don't know what the heck happened. So yeah, let's see how far we can get before this cuts out on us again. I want to see if I can be able to last a lot longer than just an hour. But if I do end up getting further, I just want to give you guys a heads up if I end up dropping again. So seriously, that was a weird situation. And I think we're going to get a small cutscene that wasn't fully detailed in the first version of this game, at least for America. So what are you making there?
This? I'm making a necklace of Thalassa shells. In the old days, sailors wore Thalassa shells. They were supposed to ensure a safe voyage. See this?
And you can actually see her working on it there. Looks nice.
It's a charm.
Charm.
It's a charm to help us find each other if we ever get separated. The three of us will always be together.
But yeah, you have to talk with her before you can give her the items.
Thanks, Sora. I found something today too. Here, it's yours.
Another high potion.
Tired? Wanna call it a day?
Not yet. Let me see here.
Still restless? Hope you'll be able to wake up tomorrow.
Very funny. Let me see. I want to make sure I can equip these items. Spoiler, Pika, I know there's nobody here now, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So, yeah, let's call it a day.
Okay, tomorrow's a big day. You should rest up.
So we'll let them talk this next scene out.
You know, Riku has changed.
What do you mean?
Well...
You okay?
Sora! Let's take the raft and go! Just the two of us!
Huh?
Just kidding!
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first. But now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
Alright. Here's something I think I'll have to read.
Bottle. Sorry to rush off without saying goodbye, but there's big trouble brewing. Not sure why, but the stars have been blinking out one by one, and that means disaster can't be far behind. I hate to leave y'all, but I've gotta check into it. There's someone with a key, the key to our survival, so I need you and Goofy to find him and stick with him. Got it? We need that key or we're doomed. So go to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll point you in the right direction. P.S. Would you apologize for me, pal? Thanks. Mickey.
Oh dear, what could this mean?
It means we'll just have to trust the king.
Gorge, I sure hope he's all right.
You're on us. Don't worry. We'll find the king and the key. Thank you. Both of you.
Daisy, can you take care of them? Of course. You be careful now, both of you.
Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
He who?
Over here.
Oh,
Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket at your service.
We hope for your safe return. Please, help the king.
well, that was after Mickey Allwing's death. I don't know if I butchered that name, but yeah. By the way, Pika, any idea where Sean went?
Gosh,
I-
Jiminy, your world disappeared too.
I sent him a
It was
alert
terrible.
about the
We were
connection
scattered.
drop.
And as far as I can see,
Think you can
I'm the
get him back
only
on
one
quick?
who made it to this castle.
Goofy,
Oh, right. I gotcha. You mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let on where we're from, huh? We gotta protect the world border. Right, world border. Oh, I guess we'll need new duds when we get there, huh?
And we're in the Gummy Garage. So you think you can contact him and see if you can get him back on?
hello up there. The night's true. I'm glad you're ready.
I'm sure he'll come back on. I mean, I did send him an alert too. It was kind of a sudden thing. Ooh. My controller was vibrating there. Uh-oh. Well, first, the gummy ship design is okay, and that one scene where they drop like that wasn't in the manga, by the way. But honestly, I am not a fan of the gummy ship segments in this game.
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
It was okay first time around, but eventually it does get boring in this
Storm?
one.
Oh no! The raft!
Uh-oh.
Sora! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Sora?
First and last time we ever hear Sora's mom. Oh, hey, Sol. Sorry about that. I really don't know what happened to the stream there. It just dropped for some reason.
What's that? Riku's boat! And Kairi's!
Uh-oh. I think we gotta move. I wouldn't do that just yet. Anyway, what's this doing here? Where did the door come from? Better find Riku first. Now, obviously these guys will keep popping up until we get to a safe spot. This is the only place where they can't get. Thank goodness, this is the only... That little save point is one of the few that you can actually use to get your butt out of this thing. Now let's hurry and get over to Riku before things get too crazy.
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We gotta find Kairi!
Kairi's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
That's a little foolhardy the way you put it there, Riku. So it's a little ominous.
Riku?
Uh-oh. And for the record, Pika, we do at least see Stealthy in Kingdom Hearts 2. So they do come back. Now we can fight.
Come on!
Now, you can't attack these guys as many times as you want, but eventually you will start to get overwhelmed, and from this point on, you will actually start... I think from this point on, you actually can get a game over. Yeah, still at level 4, oh. So I think I can still... The King of Thieves is cool design. It's very iconic to me, really. But honestly, I think you can come up with some cooler designs in the future. And I've seen some better Keyblade designs. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. Now again, you can hit these guys as many times as you want, but they're just going to keep respawning until you get to a safer spot, like here. Right over to the secret place. Sorta.
Kairi!
Sora...
Kairi became a ghost! Ow.
Whoa!
And we screwed. Oh, you again. Now if I can do this right... I guess I'm just gonna go after his hand. Again though, if you can hop up his arm and get to his head, then you can actually deal even more damage to him. Yeah, so you can get those tech points just by attacking that head of his. And notice that he stays facing the same direction the whole time. I have no idea, actually, though that is an interesting job if you put it that way. Got him before you could actually deal that attack. Uh-oh. We're still in trouble. We're being sucked away!
Oh? Oh? Look! A star's going out!
Come on, let's hurry.
Honestly, I have no idea. It just cut out on me for some reason. Anyway, here we are in the next world. Traverse Town.
Where's that key?
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big polluter?
What do I know? Come on, Pluto!
Well, sorta. It actually does appear again in later games, but we'll get to that when we get to 358 over 2 days.
Dream. Ah! This isn't a dream.
Ouch.
Oh, where am I? Oh boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
And now that I think about it, Recoded apparently explains some missing scenes that happened in between some of the events of KH1 and Chain of Memories, but that's neither here nor there right now. This is totally weird. I'm in another world. Honestly, if that weren't the idea for the game, how else would you know about that? Oh, yeah, I know everybody pronounces it 358 over, 358 days over 2. I always pronounce it 358 over 2 days. That's how I always pronounced it because it looked most accurate that way. But what I was thinking about was Dream Drop Distance. That's what I was thinking of. Anyway, yeah, you can explore this place however you want, and you'll find some other things, such as this Tidus lookalike. Seriously, that looks like Tidus. I thought it was Tidus, but it's not. It's just a random NPC. There's the Fantasy franchise. And then there's these random NPCs. Yeah. Some of these things you can't really get right away because of some obvious things. You can check out some other things, though. There's the item shop where you find the triplets, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They will change every once in a while, but oh, sure, if you're able to, Sean. Remind me how you do that again, because I'm still not sure how you can do that here. Let's see here. Let me see. Alright, let's see here. Alright, can you hear me? Oh, hey, Sean.
Yeah. Hello.
Alright, so, well, welcome Seanzilla to the stream, guys.
Hello, everyone.
You might not see what's going on right now, but, let me see. I'm gonna see if you can still, alright, yeah, it's still working. I apologize if you guys cannot hear him during the stream, because same thing happened to me on his. But anyway, let's take a look here. I'm gonna take a quick sell of something. Oh, wait, do I? Oh yeah, 100 money for Pretty Stone. Okay. I apologize, Pika. I don't know how to fix that for the life of me. I figured that out. Okay, Taboo King, very funny pun there. Parmesan, really? Oh, hey there. How can I... it's only a kid.
I'm not a kid.
It's alright.
I'm not a kid. The name's Sora.
Okay, simmer down. Why so wide a long face, Sora? You lost to something?
No. Well, maybe. Where are we?
Huh?
Traverse Town. So, Gramps, is this really another world?
Don't call me Gramps. The name's Sid. Anyway, not sure what you're talking about, but this sure ain't your island.
Guess I'd better start looking for Riku and Kairi.
Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. If you ever run into trouble, you come to me. I'll look out for you. What do you think of the Sid voice? I know it's probably not my best, but just curious.
Okay, Mithril Shard, not bad.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sometimes I accidentally hit the wrong button, but it happens a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not sure how old Sid is. He looks at least in his mid-30s, early 40s from what I can tell. Not sure. Oh, and this is where a certain shop will be later, but you can't open it yet. Let's see here. Well, we can't... Obviously, we can't do anything yet. We gotta wait till we learn about certain capabilities of our weapons. I'm not gonna say what exactly. Whoa! You gotta admit, when you first saw that, that was a little creepy there. Even if it is a cartoon heart. And here's where another difference for the final mix comes in. The enemies do have a slight recolor design.
It's those creatures from the island!
Obviously, these Shadow Heartless are gonna be nothing in comparison to what you'll end up fighting later, but it's... Well, obviously, it's kind of ramped up that way. But yeah. I know there's some secret bosses in here that were originally only available in the US version of the game, but trust me, that was annoying. Oh, check the doesn't look like he's here.
Keep looking!
Yeah, I don't have the best Donald voice in the world. Yeah, that just sounds like you're spitting, dude. Well, I can do a good Goofy impersonation. Hold still. There. Alright. Now, the only problem I find, at least at this point, keep in mind, when it comes to some of these games, I'm used to stuff like Spyro, where you had something or someone like Sparks around to help pick up the items for you. And until a later point when you get like a magnet ability to lure all these up, you have to pick up these items yourself. It's a kind of a pain in the butt in that regard. Like, you just get within a small hit detection of these things, and it is very hard to get to. Oh, also this one... Yeah, oh, and this chest is kind of a pain in the butt to get to. You gotta have a... I think you need the right kind of jump, but if you can jump off this here. There we go. It's kind of a tricky jump, though, so you really gotta be mindful of some of those. And those postcards, you'll see what they can do later. Were you listening when I mentioned about the special tag points that you get sometimes, Sean? Yeah, you know, sometimes you'll find some way to block an enemy attack or something, and you'll get bonus experience points, but it'll say tech points. mostly noted, and I first discovered that anyway, by something that isn't said here in the game, but you can discover them when you actually, I mean, if you've read the manga, there's actually a part of the chapter where they mention some kind of proverb somewhere, but it basically hints at, hey, hit Darkseid in the head. Yeah, it's like, seriously, I think the idea is that if you hit him, you can blind him or something, but it doesn't really change anything.
Come on!
There we go. I'd recommend gathering as many of these as you can, so obviously you'll be able to get some more items that way. Money is your only currency here.
Where is he?
Leon! Okay. So obviously throughout most of the game you'll come across these random encounters, and unlike some games where they will give you the warning that it is happening, this is more the real-time action RPG thing where they'll literally just pop the heck out of nowhere and you can actually just see it happening. But at least you can see them coming, and there's a nice musical cue to signify that change. So, and the music in this game, it's no Stuart Copeland track, but my goodness, is it amazing to listen to. Most of it is kind of based off the different tracks from the movie, especially when you got the Disney World, but it is still amazing what kind of music you can listen to throughout this game. Anyway, I better get going before I run out of HP. I just realized that I'm only at half health. And I just have it at final mix for the sake of it being basic. Kind of wobbly, can't climb it now. But yeah, I'm no beginner, but I'm not confident enough to go for proud mode. Well, I am not risking that, man. I want to at least finish up the story. Anyways,
I'm here either.
well, this could take a while. Yeah, it'll take a while for you too. That is probably a pain in the tuchus. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Well, we'll probably get to him either later in this stream or probably in the next part. We'll see. Anyway, as you guys can see here, we're walking through the Dalmatians house. This actually hasn't popped up again ever since the original Kingdom Hearts and Final Mix. But basically, there's a side quest where you have to rescue all 99 puppies. Now, thankfully, they somehow pack like 3 pups per chest. I don't know how they can survive for that long, but I mean, especially considering something else like, say, oh, I don't know, Atlantica. How would the pups even survive there? Oh, really? Then how do you explain... Well, there's actually an omake in one of the Kingdom Hearts manga, where it turns out that somehow, when they came out of there, they were wrapped in bubbles. Or they looked like they were drowned or something. I don't know, I forgot. It's been a while. That, still, if they actually did drown, that would have been a bit morbid.
Come on! Come on!
That was pretty cool, I will admit. I didn't expect it to go the way it did, but yeah, pretty cool. And I don't... Seriously, when... I think it was, Muck who brought up the whole, situation... Oh, shoot. The situation with, what was it? The horoscope, that's what I'm thinking. And what, the whole Leo King, Cancer, and, then you got the Gladius Towers or something. I honestly would have thought that Gladius, my bad. I thought that they would have just gone full out Constellation and say, oh, it's the Libra Towers.
Come on!
Who knows? Anyways, okay, I just... Oh, wait. Plot twist, your connection thought it'd be funny for a KH1 Final Mix video to be titled 1.5. That's just because of the connection issues, and I decided to try and pull something clever. I don't want it to be like this part 1, part 2 or something. It wouldn't make sense. I'm not streaming this on a separate day, so part 1.5 works for me personally. Yeah. And notice that this is the only time in the game when you'll encounter a Heartless in the first district. Otherwise, you're just gonna be... Otherwise, this is probably one of the safer areas throughout Traverse Town. And in the manga, there's actually a very funny scene for when Sora first meets Sid. Sora just ducks into the accessory shop, and then Sid actually decides to pull out a camera, and then blasts the Heartless to smithereens with a simple flash. You okay there, Sean? Alright, just making sure you were still there. Still haven't found him? Hey, keep your chin up. Take another look around town. And so now... Yeah, so you could technically buy something here if you want, but at this point I only have like... yeah, I don't have enough to get anything at this point. So I wouldn't even bother. Unless you manage to gather more money along the way, you know. Yeah, because sometimes you can actually find... yeah, obviously that's one of the few times that you can actually find weapons for Donald and Goofy. Most of the time you'll find some special weapons throughout the game when you're helping out the different worlds, but that's mostly for Sora. You'll get different Keyblades, or as they'll be called in this game, key chains. It's like you'll just get different chains to change the look, which doesn't seem to make too much sense, but then again, it's magic. We don't have to explain it. So anyway, now it's time for another situation coming up here.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Alright, then have it your way.
Uh-oh, you know what this means? Boss fight! Now, and keep in mind, Leon is going to be really tough. If you had trouble with Riku, then I would suggest you be very wary of Leon. Now, you can attack him, and it is possible to beat him. I have done it before. But basically, you will end up getting your butt kicked, but it is generous enough that you don't have to... Yeah, the game is generous enough where you can somehow survive this battle.
Come on!
Yeah, the game is generous enough where if you lose, you can actually be able to find a way to survive, win this battle to an extent, and if you win, you actually get a bonus item. But I'm not going to say it here, because you have to actually survive this thing first. Seriously, Leon, you gotta improve that range of yours. Oh right, like the Blitz Balls, I forgot about that. And it stuns him for a little bit. And there we go!
No
30,
way.
30 experience points.
Now you're gonna...
And Sora still gets winded from that. He's not used to fighting
you're
that
slipping,
extreme.
Leon.
Sorry, cutscene.
I went easy on him. Looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Now, if you lost, the cutscene would be similar, but all it changes is a little bit of dialogue, not much. Oh, and this is something that was a bonus cutscene from the final mix. We never got this in the US, but it was slightly modified. I don't think we got the English voice actor for this, but we did have some modifications for that line. Where am I? Huh? What? Sora! Kairi! Where am I? And some of you who probably know what this is, don't spoil. No spoilers.
Gosh, there's nobody here. Sure is spooky.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me, did the king send you?
That always gets me every time. I don't know how. There's Aerith.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up.
Bad timing for an alert there, dude.
You okay?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie.
Yeah, they do kind of explain where Kairi went, but
I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
we'll explain later.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Yeah, we had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one.
And, well, that is
Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
exposition dump.
Okay, you know there are many other worlds out there besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret because they've never been connected. Until now. Everything changed.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you, you remember?
Those without hearts.
The darkness in people's hearts. That's what
Leon.
attracts them.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
Note that
He was studying
name
the
Ansem.
Heartless.
His name will pop up a
He
lot throughout
recorded
this
all of his
franchise.
findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered?
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Uh-huh.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Red!
Hey, yo, cameraman, fix that, will ya?
First we need that key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
Yep.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
I have no idea what kind of name is handsome there, Soul, but eh. Anyways, now that we're out of there, we have another kind of save point here. You may notice the other ones were just lights on the ground. Those can actually be permanent spots, knowing that you are in a safe spot. This is more of a temporary thing, so this hints that you may end up getting into a fight around here at some point. Still, it's just as effective at saving your progress and restoring your health. I'm just glad that these things don't just disappear on you like maybe some games would try. So, it's also here where you'll learn something else.
I heard that the Keyblade can open all sorts of locks. Give it a try the next time you find a treasure chest or door lock.
Now, if you remember that mailbox we spotted earlier, and something like this chest, now you can use the Keyblade and open it up. It's pretty cool. And I'd actually, if you... Obviously, if you're not into using magic for healing, I'd recommend stocking up on whatever items you got. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. Put that back there. There we go. So, once you're ready, you can talk to... Well, I'd actually save at this point, because you know there's going to be some fighting soon. I don't know, maybe a couple hours at best. I've already tried streaming for 1 hour. This is going on 2 right now. Let's see. Sooner or later, the Heartless will find you. You'd best prepare yourself.
Prepare myself?
To fight for your life. Are you ready? Well, there's nothing else for me to do. I'm ready. Yuffie, let's go join Aerith. She should be there by now with the other visitors.
Leon!
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go!
I'll admit, it is weird for me to see the design, or at least the colors that they gave the Heartless in the final mix version. At least, because, again, with the original game I've had a little bit more nostalgia for, but it is nice to see some different designs or colors. Don't bother with the small fry. Find the leader. Let's go! Hello? If you miss out on this, you're gonna miss out on some experience points, dude. And in this case, you're probably gonna need some to rack up the power to go against the boss. Which, obviously, these guys give way more experience points than the simple Shadow Heart. There we go. So, got a little bit more of that on this. So, seriously, I don't get why they decided to change the color of the Heartless here. With the basic grunts, I kinda get, and with the Soldier Heartless, it's better to have it. I'll admit, the rusty look is better for these Soldier Heartless, but then when you get to the boss, well, you'll see when we actually come across them.
Come on!
Yeah. Now. Oh. There we go. Let's see, how many more points do I need before... Oh, actually not that much, so... Hopefully... Thank you, Soldier Heartless, and give me more EXP. Max HP up. Huh, not bad. Oh, whoa! The only problem at this point is that until you beat the boss, the Heartless will keep coming in more waves at you, until you actually get to him.
Come on!
Maybe. I'm probably gonna wait till sometime after Christmas when I've maybe got a little bit more time to spend that kind of cash. I'm just kind of waiting to see. And then again, I don't know if I've got enough, I don't know if I have enough space in my PS4 to have that right now, because it's probably gonna have to save the memory from all the Kingdom Hearts games here. Okay, so we're in the 3rd district now. The music stopped for a reason. You could have gone here earlier, but I chose not to. You'll see in a sec. cutscene.
Oh. Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
Let's go!
No, they're brainless. Of course they're heartless. Huh, I didn't know.
Oh, the key!
Oh boy, here we go. Now, it's not exactly boss fight time yet, but we're getting close. He's just sending in the scouting party. Yeah, he's sending in the scouting party. And this is the first time you'll actually get experience with a party in this game, so just take care of these guys as best you can, and allow Donald and Goofy to help you out. So they can handle themselves pretty well, so just take care of the enemies that are close to you. Donald's good with long range and healing, Goofy can help getting close too. And now... boss fight! And this is where I think the coloration gets weird. Seriously, I thought the silver, dark grays, and the purples looked a lot better on the guard armor. But now we got this... what looks like a little kid would have popped out of a crayon box or something. Seriously, that was weird. Like, why? Why primary colors? It doesn't work. Anyway, if you're taking on this guy yourself in this game, I recommend you attack his torso, or target his torso, which can allow you to hit every other armor piece out there. Sora will automatically jump sometimes when you're trying to attack him, but you can't... But yeah, sometimes you... aside from deflecting attacks, it can allow you to deal damage to pieces of the armor. Like, look, these are already gone. Yeah, but again, you'll actually deal damage to the hands and feet while you're attacking the torso, so that kind of helps out. And just don't let up on the rush. Obviously, once his limbs are gone, each limb has its own body, and its own HP bar, but then once you get to this point, he's gonna keep trying to tornado spin you. Like that. And that's already done. Voila. Fair for cutscene. Well, not so much of a cutscene as absolute defeat. And this is appropriate. Decapitation! Not to mention we get the Brave Warrior accessory.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course!
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them
For the
to
record,
come
Pika,
with
I
us
didn't say
to
half
help us
heartless.
find the kid.
I just said brainless earlier.
Sora,
And that was more
go
of a
with
joke
them.
than anything.
Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along
And we're
looking
coming up to a
like
part that I
that.
always seem to find a way to laugh at. I don't know how, but it's so stupid and funny at the same time.
Okay?
Just brace yourselves.
Yeah, you gotta look funny, like us.
Sean's already snickering if you can't hear him.
Ones on happy faces.
Happy?
Shh. Wait, TB, it's KKD, dude. You got the wrong guy. Shh. Here he goes.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Yeah.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
That was fun.
All for
one,
one
one
for
for
all.
all. Trust me, I've seen these cutscenes enough times to have them fully memorized.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it? Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Slug on the eyes, the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
Yeah. Whoops. Good note on that, Pika. Anyways, make sure you're prepared for the journey ahead of you. You don't know how far the Heartless will spread.
Check out the shops here. They've got some pretty neat stuff. This is from all of us.
The group will give you 500 money just by default, no matter what happened earlier.
Spend it as you see fit.
And as a bonus, if you actually manage to beat Leon in the earlier boss fight.
And this is from Leon.
Look at him, like, yeah, whatever. Like, he doesn't want to acknowledge that.
Good luck. I hope you find your friends.
Look out for each other. Keep your spirits up.
The dummy ship is outside that gate.
That gate, mind you. So, obviously, certain save points you can actually teleport right to the gummy ship from. And you can do it from the save menu and all that.
The what?
That's our ship!
Cool design, but I really don't like the gummy ship segments in this game. Or at least the original one. Wait till you see it.
Hold on. Sir, this is for you.
You'll also learn your first magic spell. Fire! Obviously, you can figure that out.
Now you can use magic, too. Goofy, get in that other thing.
What?
You know.
Oh, yeah. Dodge roll. And this is great for getting out of the way, obviously. Abilities allow you to do all sorts of things. Like Sean mentioned earlier, you also get scan along the way here. Guess we should look for them along the way, huh?
Okay, is that it? Let's get going.
Not till we're ready.
Well, I see big adventures coming their way. Looks like it's up to me to keep track of it all in my journal. And this is just some random trivia stuff, like your Pokedex stuff from Pokemon, for instance. You can see some of this stuff here. You can see the random chronicles. I'm just going to breeze through them quickly just for the sake of getting them out of the way. You get stuff about Sora. And if for some reason, if you want... I mean, obviously they're not going to show Mickey's, but if you want, you can actually see the character models. Not that you'd want to most of the time, since you'll be looking at some for a majority of the game. I mean, again, nothing wrong with it, it's just that this can kind of get a little tedious. Yeah, again, this is just the first game in the franchise that they tried. It did turn out well. It had some hiccups in there, but it did improve some stuff. Like, for instance, already with the final mix, you, instead of having to deal with, you know, say, having to scroll down to the bottom of the command menu just to use a certain ability, they make it like a reaction command where you press the triangle button. I forgot if that was in the original game or not, but that actually does come in handy. And now we got ability points. Unfortunately, I only have one at this point. Which do you think would be most helpful at this point? Scan or dodge roll? Alright, well, because obviously dodge roll can allow you to get out of the way, and now you can dodge out of the way of these attacks by pressing the square button. Definitely a handy... Yeah, also Goofy's got Rocket that you can equip onto him. Let's see, equipment. I'm just gonna attach this on to give me a bit more HP and strength. That's always helpful. And you got these random gummy pieces. The only reason for this is because they added a feature where you can actually create your own gummy ship, but honestly, I feel like that's kind of a waste. I don't bother with that feature most of the time. But now check this out. We got another feature for this game. Hey, look at this mark. I wonder what it is. This is a Trinity mark. You can find a lot of these, but when you have Donald... but obviously, you can use these in certain points. But you can only activate these with Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And... is it in the deep jungle because it's green? I can understand that. Oh boy, Halloween Town. Well, I guess it's better to remember that. But keep in mind, there's also different... well, hold on. There's different colors of Trinity marks. Each one will activate a different move, but you can only activate certain ones at certain times. For instance, you can't activate the charge until your second trip to Traverse Town, and only blue ones can be activated right away. You'll need to go to, like, let's see, I think it's Agrabah to get the green Trinity mark, Billy. Forgot where you get the yellow, but white is, like, very close to the end. And there's only 5 of these things. And Trinity marks are only a thing that are available in this game. And for the record, Pika, if we were to go to Deep Jungle, we would first have to go to... we'd first have to go to Wonderland or Olympus Coliseum first. It's better to get everything out of the way while we can. I think we still got some time. I'll see if we can get another item here, maybe? I don't think we got enough for any weapons, if there are any. Oh, well, actually, we got at least enough for 2. We got, Morningstar, Warhammer, Smasher, and Stout Shield. You can modify these based on your playstyle. I'm gonna give Donald the Morningstar, because he can use that. Now, I want to give Goofy a different shield, too. I'm not sure if I want him to be more attacking or more of a defensive type in this game. What would you suggest, Sean? Well, that's Donald. I'm asking about Goofy's shield. I'll just keep him with the defensive for the moment. Well, it will allow him to last longer, so probably a good move. So now that we got that out of the way, let's, oh, nope, not what I meant to do. Come on, get out of there, get out of there! So now let's get to the equipment. And this is just to give you a quick idea. Mage's Staff, I think that's kind of based off the typical Black Mage design from the original Final Fantasy, but hard to tell. Then you got the Morningstar, which looks like your simple, typical Magic Wand sort of dealio. Kinda interesting, though. And Goofy's got this shield, which has the Mickey Mouse symbol, because of course it does. And then you got this, which is a big, hefty thing, looking more like your typical Knight shield. I'll equip that. And with that, I think we're ready to split. I don't know. Are there any Trinity marks that I missed? I don't want to forget any. Well, maybe there's one close to the gate, but I thought there was one up here somewhere. I want to get something out of the way here first. No, there's no Trinity mark here, my mistake. But there is something here. If I can... There we go. I'm sure they're gonna be busy with the shop, Pika. What were we gonna say, Sean? Well, then again, the house does crumble on you, so it's... even if you do miss it, the house is gonna be gone before you can go back to it, so you have until the end of the Oogie fight to get that thing. Okay, so we got a cottage and a mithril shard. I don't think we got any... Oh, we got more. Mega potion. Oh, that's it. But yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. Anyway, no, I don't think we ever did see Max. We may at one point, but who knows. Anyway, now we got the Gummy map. This basically is, your world select screen. I'm just gonna skip through this dialogue, obviously. They're just telling you that the more stars a level has, the more difficult it's gonna be. Oh, now it feels more like a cursor. That's a little strange. But until you get the warp drive, you can't really go there until you actually... I mean, unless you get the warp drive, you can't instantly warp to different worlds. You have to go along the set path, especially when you're discovering them the first time. I'm just gonna head right here first. And we're coming to my least favorite part of these things. I mean, it was fun the first time, but it gets tedious after a while, which makes the warp gummy, like, a much needed... I mean, like, how would you describe that? I can't really figure out the right words for it, because I know it is very helpful in getting through the pointless stuff, especially if you don't really care about the whole gummy thing. Yeah, it is so awkward flying this thing. I mean, it was okay the first time around, but it is really awkward to control this clunky thing. Well, probably the modified one from 2, not the original one, because I was not a fan of how they implemented it in the first game. It is a major mess. Obviously, they're gonna be talking about these gummy blocks that get left and right. I don't know why they added in that one in the upper right corner. That wasn't in there in the first game. Or like the original. Was that... And I think that might have been something that was added in the final mix version, if I remember correctly. Get points, Sean. I thought so, because I definitely didn't... What? Oh, boy. Well, that's not very helpful when these missions aren't even that fun to begin with. I'm sure people in Japan and other people had a much more fun time with that sort of thing, but it just ended up being tedious. Also, may your heart be your guiding key. Really, Pika? Also, I don't think people after the 80s and 90s really cared about points. So now we're heading into the next world, and I think this world will be the last one for the stream. We'll cover more in the later one. But here we are in Wonderland.
Oh, my fur and whiskers! I'm late! Oh dear! Oh dear! I'm here! I should be there! Oh, I'm late! Oh, the Queen! She'll have my head for sure!
Now this is kind of a funny... I just got a random trivia fact for you guys quick. When I first started writing fanfictions, my first ever fanfic idea was actually a crossover between Kingdom Hearts and Kamen Rider Den-O. That didn't really get off the ground that far, because I tried to go a little more elaborate, replacing every single Disney World with some other franchise, and that wouldn't have made much sense. That was kind of a dumb move on my part. No. Well, the first one I probably published, or close to that, was a crossover with Kamen Rider Double, but that's as KKD. When I originally started writing as, I think, Gameflyer 1992 or something, it was a Den-O crossover at the time, but honestly that didn't really get off the ground, and I actually replaced Wonderland with like a variation on the Marvel world for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, and honestly I think in the grand scheme of things that I was just me trying to come up with some really dumb ideas.
did he get so small?
Alright, cutscene.
No, you're simply too big.
That tracks.
Must you be so loud? You woke me up.
Good morning.
Good night. I need a bit more sleep.
Wait, what do we have to do to grow small?
Why don't you try the bottle? Over there.
Okay. And another random piece of trivia. Turns out that when it comes to Alice in Wonderland, the doorknob was actually never a part of the original book. At least not the kind that we're seeing here. I think when Disney came up with it, it was actually just intended to... I think that was just Disney's idea of adding in an original character. I don't know what the purpose for that was, but it was a nice change of pace, I'll give it that. And anyway, now obviously this room's too big and small for you to fight in, so in order to actually do anything, you gotta target these bottles, and when you drink one, like Alice, you shrink down. Now you got a lot more room to fight enemies. Oh, and keep an eye out for that box, that'll be important later. And that one too. Yeah, you just need to figure out how to get to those. That's gonna be a tricky thing. Oh, you know, I just realized something. I kind of made a dumb move. I kind of made this mistake a lot as a kid. That kind of made me not want to go through this stage at first, because I didn't really think to actually do this. I was kind of so dumb I didn't even consider something like this. But then again, in Wonderland, you get... Anyway, I just thought that you could just go through the doorknob, completely forgetting that it's asleep, and it wouldn't even let you in anyway, because it probably was... I mean, I would have thought it was locked, but anyway. Gonna drink this real quick. Yeah. So it turns out what you have to do is... There's actually a couple things that you may need to do here. You can't really activate much here now. Some of them you'll find later. But to get to the next area, you need to push this bed into the wall. Which, in all honesty, how are you supposed to know that you could shove a bed into a wall? That was just weird. But then again, it's Wonderland. Weird is kind of its... yeah. Weird is sort of how it operates. There is no logic, and it's not stuff in the traditional sense. It's all nonsense when you think about it. Anyway... Oh, wait, sorry. You were saying? Yeah. Wonderland, magic, and Pinkie Pie are the three things that you never question and have to worry about explaining. Shh. Wait, cutscene, cutscene.
Court is now in session!
I'm on trial? But why?
Her Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, presiding.
This girl is the culprit. There's no doubt about it. And the reason is... because I say so, that's why.
That is so unfair.
Well, have you anything to say in your defense?
Of course. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence! You dare defy me?
Hey guys, we should help her out.
We're outsiders, so wouldn't that be muddling?
Meddling!
Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
The court finds the defendant guilty as charged for the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Off with her head!
No! Oh, please!
Hold it right there!
Who are you? How dare you interfere with my court?
Excuse me, but we know who the real culprit is.
Uh-huh. It's the Heartless.
Anyway, she's not the one you're looking for.
That's nonsense. Have you any proof?
That's nonsense, says the woman whose world runs entirely on nonsense. Anyway,
Bring me evidence of Alice's innocence. Fail, and it's off with all of your heads. Gather as much or little evidence as you please. Report back here once you're ready.
now, obviously, you can gather as she said, you can gather as many or as little pieces of evidence as possible, but there's actually 4 boxes that you can find. 3 of which are easy, the 4th is gonna be tricky. But anyway, let's talk to Alice real quick.
Who are you?
I'm Sora.
I'm Goofy, and that there's Donald. Pleased to meet you, though I do wish it were under better circumstances. I'm sorry you got mixed up in this nonsense.
And you have to talk to her a couple times in order to get some tips. Why are you on trial in the first place?
I should feel the very same thing. Apparently, I was guilty from the moment I took the stand.
That's crazy. Streaming on my own time. This is for my channel. My YouTube channel. Yeah, people watch it. Oh, there's actually 4 people watching now. I didn't eat yet. I'm not hungry. I think so. Sorry, Dad just walked in checking to see what was up. Anyway, so where are you from?
Curious. I can't quite remember. You see, I found this mysterious rabbit hole. When I tried to peek inside, I tumbled in head over heels. And I found myself here. So you're from another world.
Well, that's funny. Maybe you don't need a ship then.
I don't get it. Well, what do you mean, another world?
Enough! The defendant will be silent!
Oh, if only I hadn't peeked inside that rabbit hole. I guess I'm a bit too curious for my own good.
Now, as Pika gave a little trivia about a couple times, the actress who played Alice's voice was actually about 60 when this game came out, and yet she still managed to actually record her voice for this game, not just as Alice, but also for Wendy, since she was actually the original voice for her as well. And for the most part, aside from all the Disney characters, every original character has had a voice actor that had some connection to a Disney project prior to this. Including Haley Joel Osment, who had played a couple voice roles prior to this game in direct-to-DVD Disney sequels. He ends up playing Sora for the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. So anyway, off to the Lotus Forest. And things are gonna get a bit more weird. You'll see. Whoa! Disembodied kitty head.
Who are you? Who indeed? Poor Alice, soon to lose her head, and she's not guilty of a thing. Hey, if you know who the culprit is, tell us! The Cheshire Cat has all the answers, but doesn't always tell. The answer, the culprit, the cat, all lie in darkness. Wait! They've already left the forest. I won't tell which exit. There are 4 pieces of evidence in all. 3 are a cinch to find. The 4th is tricky. Big reward if you find them all. Should we trust him? To trust or not to trust? I'll trust. You'll decide.
Yeah, he always has some weird cryptic talk whenever he shows up. And it just shows you, even in video game form, most everyone in Wonderland is essentially mad. Not mad like in,
I'm so mad, I'm gonna go Hulk smash on you.
But more like mad, like crazy mad. Like insane, you know? Oh, hey! Get out of here! I'm surprised we haven't come across any large bodies yet. Those guys are a pain in the butt. And thankfully, you can give them just as much of a pain in the butt as they give you. Quite literally. Oh, cool. Got a couple more items here. Those bubbles, by the way, are to restore your MP. Oh, hey, piece of evidence. That was weird. Sora's foot just kind of glitched over it. Are you still there, Sean? Just checking. And if you give some of these... By the way, if you have the right items and you approach some of these flowers, they can give you some things in exchange. I don't know if I have all the items that I can to get that taken care of now, but then again, I'm not going for 100% in this game. I'm just trying to get through the main story. Alright, either I can't really give one to that because I don't have an ether. A potion. Let's see.
This should help.
Oh, high potion. Okay, that's even better. Now the problem is I don't use ethers that much, so I don't usually have any on me when it comes to these things. Give me an ether. I don't have an ether! What is it with these flowers and begging for ethers? Give me a potion and I'll make you bigger. I don't have a normal potion now, I just used mine up.
Come on!
I just have to hope that one of these enemies can drop one. Unless... sorry, Goofy, I'm gonna have to swipe one of these from you. I'll give you a high potion in exchange. Oh, elixir. I'll give you elixir. Almost slipped on my tongue. These things. That was a really dumb move on my part. I don't even know how that happened.
This should help.
Here we go. Thankfully, this doesn't... Oh, wait. Okay, so I just have to do that. Wait, I forgot. Should I hit the tree again to kind of get the branch back around, or not? I'm confused. Because it's been a while since I've done this. Because I know that when you do that, it kind of clears that up the path, but then that might do something else? I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, gosh. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna do this real quick to see what happens. If I don't have enough, I'm probably gonna... I mean, if I accidentally did something wrong, I'm gonna fix that. Oh. Well, I guess I don't have to do much. Hold still. Let's see. Oh, how about that? And we got some Dalmatians. Nice. And there's another piece of evidence right over here. If I could get there. Actually, I feel like there was a lot more pieces of evidence than I thought. I could be mistaken, though. Now, that was only 2 pieces of evidence, though. The others are in the Bazaar Room, as it's called. I don't think it was actually given an official name in the original movie. Was it? Sean, do you remember? Anyways, let's see here. Back to the Bazaar Room. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, good thing I remembered that. So then we open that. Stench. Okay, so now we have an option to drop to the floor. There's some other ways that you can get some of these items, but you'll have to come back later. Okay, so we'll heal up here, save the game, because I don't want the broadcast to just quit on me. Giant Sword versus Dark Side, a piece of cake. I wouldn't know about that. And in this game, I actually never had an action replay disc, but funny thing, when I got Kingdom Hearts 2, my dad actually got me an action replay disc for that. No joke, somehow he managed to get me a disc that allowed me to cheat at Kingdom Hearts 2. Something that you don't really need to cheat for unless, say, you're going for the ultimate weapon in that game. Which I basically did and got the ultimate weapon right from the get-go. Cheating, yeah, but you could get as many of those as you want, too. I don't know how that works, it just does. Just, like, they don't upgrade whatsoever? How?
Here!
That is a donkey donk. How in the world does that make any sense? I had a hard time facing Sephiroth with just going through the game normally. How would that even work? Oh, I'm sorry, Pika. Again, I don't know why, but that just happened with at the time. I normally wouldn't do that again, but I try and play through the games in as fair a method as possible. I never gotten a cheating device ever again, so don't worry, I never bothered with that afterwards. That jump is ridiculous. And how am I supposed to get on top of that shroom just jumping on that? Sometimes the jumping works well, and it's okay, but when you're trying to get somewhere and Sora, for some reason, just can't grab a ledge. Okay, let's see here. Back to the Bazaar Room. Why? That is weird. And this isn't even where we need to be. I don't even... Why? Why am I up here again? It might be a while before that can actually be a thing, Pika, but maybe? Yeah. Gosh, this is kind of tricky. And I just noticed, obviously because of game restrictions, they actually have to have walls and ceilings on these places, but it feels weird that there's a ceiling in a forest like this. And it just looks like a dark ceiling. It's not even that cleverly hidden. Did you notice that, Sean? Sean? You still there? Alright, but just look. Look at this for a second. You can clearly see this is like a boxed room, and you can see the ceiling. How in the world does that work? Oh, okay, that was... I forgot about this thing. Now this is gonna be a ridiculous jump. It's kind of tricky to take, but if you can time it just right... There. And you got all 4 pieces of evidence. Well, look what... Yep. Well, look what you found.
Nice going. Now we can save Alice. Don't be so sure.
I don't know if they'll hear you. You can try first.
Don't be so sure.
Huh.
She may be innocent, but what about you?
I guess your attempt was pretty good. You caught up yet? Alright.
What do you mean? I won't tell, but I'll give you something.
And... oh, yeah, way to go with that meta humor there, Soul, or Kabuki. And Blizzard. That's the second spell. That's the only way that you could get that in this area, by the way. At least to my knowledge. I haven't found another way where you can get that. And it's very appropriate that you go against these red rhapsodies, as you would call. Basically, you get the ability to use ice powers. The moment you do, they unleash these fire heartless that automatic and that can basically be weak against that.
Come on!
Funny how that works. And they're sorry, you're saying?
Come on!
No, in this game, here, I don't think they really have that much of a difference, but ice beats fire, fire beats ice. It's basically like a never-ending cycle with that thing. But yeah, we're back in the courtyard, and there's a good reason why we suggest that you get those.
Are you ready to present evidence before the Queen?
Yes. Very well.
Council, set up to the Council, step up to the podium.
Now, show me what you found.
And there's a good reason why you want to get all 4 boxes. So you get all these?
Well, that's certainly a lot of evidence, but I'm still not impressed.
And there's a reason for this. There's gonna be a level of difficulty to make sure that you don't... and that there's still a way you can lose somehow. Because for whatever reason...
Cards! Bring forth my evidence!
Yes, the Queen of Hearts brings in her own evidence, and she shuffles all the boxes. So now, it's instead of like a real trial, they go by Wonderland logic.
Checking all 5 would only be a waste of time. Alright then, choose the one you wish to present. I'll decide who's guilty based on that evidence. What? After all the trouble of collecting it? You dare object? Then you will lose your...
Sorry, Slide was gonna go down the wrong tube for a sec. Anyways.
You dare object? Then you will lose your head. Now choose 1 box.
Now, no matter how many boxes you get, you will always have 5 boxes. If you do the dumb mistake of just going to grab 1 box and then come back here to do the trial, you will be at a major disadvantage because you will have a 1 in 5 chance of getting something that'll get you in your favor. There's a good reason, but, oh gosh, it's always randomized which one of these you'll end up getting. I am never usually that good. I mean, I do admit, and when I get this many odds, it is a better moment, but I'm still a little concerned if I'm gonna end up getting my evidence or the Queen's evidence, which is probably fraudulent, like Ajit Pai and the whole situation with the FCC. I don't want to get into that. Anyways.
Are you certain? No second chances?
I don't have time. I just gotta... It depends on how many boxes you get. Sometimes it's just one of them that gets captured if you end up picking the Queen's evidence. But here goes nothing.
Now we shall see who the real culprit is.
Ah, shoot! The one box that was the Queen's evidence. I did not intend for that to happen. And basically, now she's saying we're the culprits. That's stupid, but we got more evidence regardless. Regardless, she will still call you guilty, and she'll try and trap you all. So, if you want to get them into the fight, you actually have to break the cages. This is the first time this has actually happened to me in a while, where Donald and or Goofy got trapped like this. So, yeah, a bit of an embarrassing thing for me. No. No! I'm trying to get the cages, dummy! Shoot, how am I supposed to target the cages? I want to get the cage!
Come on! Come on!
There! That's one cage now. Shut up, Queen! The Queen of Hearts and the Heart cards will basically be stalled by this, so... Now she can still attack, but the Heart cards will at least be stalled, so there'll be less for you to worry about right away. Then you just gotta beat the crap out of this tower.
Come on!
I don't mind getting the spade cards on me. No big whoop. I can handle them no problem. But there's a lot more heart cards around here, so it's better to get to the Queen when you can. But that doesn't mean she still can't attack. You gotta keep your...
Come on!
And eventually, this whole thing starts falling down. And regardless of whether you've got the Queen's evidence or your own, Alice is gone!
She must have gotten kidnapped while we were fighting.
You fools! Find the one who's behind this! I don't care how!
And so now, she'll even forget about you and postpone the trial just so that you can get Alice back. I think the idea for her is that you can't have a trial without a defendant, which, that's the one thing that does make sense, but that just means they were trying to just trial her or escaping or something, but here she was legitimately kidnapped. And trust me, you wouldn't be wrong there, Pika, about Phoenix sweat dropping from the nonsense. Have you seen Alice? Alice? No. Yes. Where do they go? This way, that way. You might find shadows in the upside down room. And, oh, there's a large body, and dang, that is ugly. What am I doing? Yeah, these guys are always a pain, because even after a while, they will turn around on you. But you can knock them out by basically hitting them in the butt enough times. Literally. Those? Alright. Oh, more of these red rats. Now you could get some tech if you actually use the ice magic on these guys, but again, I'm not much of a magic user, so I'm not even gonna try. And even then, Sora doesn't use magic that much in other media when he's like, if you're not playing as him, he's not known for using magic that much. Like, if you check the manga, I think he only used a blizzard spell, like, I don't know, once. Though I could be wrong. Let's see, we'll give this to Goofy. And the reason for those tents and cottages, that's actually to heal you up on the road if, like, say, this. You can only use it from the menu, though, so when you're not in battle, unfortunately, it just heals the HP. It does nothing for MP. There we go, just hacking the attack there for once. Just show off the spell. Honestly, if I were to do these spells for real in other cases, I would probably just do it for, just the sake of puzzles. And when we get to Deep Jungle in a later stream, we will cover that. So, now that we're... Oh yeah, the Mad Hatter's Tea Garden, and... Oh, the Mad Hatter and the Marsh Hare. Look at them. They've been framed. I'm not joking, they actually say that here, too. A very merry on birthday. Sit down for your present. But, I mean, actually... I mean, they don't say that, but basically, literally, they've been framed. If you... And, literally, here, though, you can sit down in one of these chairs, and if you sit in the correct one, oh, here, we got a lot of HP. If you sit in the wrong one, though, like, don't sit in the pink chair as much as you want, like that one at the end that Alice sat in the movie. Because if you do, Heartless will pop up. And look at that. Well, they were happy for a sec. I mean, I thought they were happy for a moment. Let me see here. Ooh. Yeah, look at them. Now they're happy. Of course, the Mad Hatter goes for a goofy look. Whoop. Now again, I suggest you do this. I mean, I think you can only do this at least once per chair or something. I don't think it's unlimited. But again, sit in the wrong one. Well, nope, no enemies. But hey, money! Money, 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 money! Funny thing how... funny how they did the money thing. It's spelt like Winnie the Pooh spells honey. Seriously, M-U-N-N-Y. Think about it. That sounds a little goofy, doesn't it? Oh, pun intended. Anyways.
They're hiding somewhere. And the moon rats out grave.
I know that's not how he sang it, but that's just how it came to my head.
Want to find the shadows? Try turning on the light.
And here is where the fire magic could come in handy if it weren't for how, if it weren't for another method that you can handle it. Simply touch, and it lights up on its own.
It's too dim. Make it brighter.
Oh, what next?
One more lamp that you need to light.
Funny thing, in the original, Disney recordings for the characters, the Cheshire Cat, Winnie the Pooh, and Kaa from the Jungle Book are all voiced by the same guy, Sterling Holloway. Did you know that? Yeah. And you will also notice in some cases that, I mean, obviously the more memorable voice from Winnie the Pooh is Paul Winchell, but funny how later, legendary voice actor Jim Cummings would end up replacing all of, taking over for Sterling Holloway's role. Literally, he's the voice of Winnie the Pooh, the Cheshire Cat, Kaa, and he is now even the voice of Tigger as well. I'm not kidding. Look it up, folks. Yeah, from
Winnie the Pooh's gentle, light-and-airy voice
to the menacing Dr. Robotnik from Sonic Satire. Yeah, you gotta admit, he's got a lot of talent. He's got a great range. Anyway,
the lights are on. You'll see the shadows soon. They'll arise in this room, but somewhere else. The shadows might go after that doorknob, too.
And that basically is key, and that's code for, dude, get back to the part of the room you started in. The doorknob's in danger. It doesn't sound that troublesome, but there's a good reason for that. You'll find out when we get to that. If you aren't aware of the keyhole thing, by the way. Oops, did I spoil something? What are you doing, Sean? You're constantly... Oh!
Deep freeze!
Oh, shoot, I'm... Sorry. Same here. Alright, so now we have the white mushrooms. These are a unique kind of heartless. Oh, Goofy, get out of the way, I can't see them. But, I'm not gonna do this one, it's kinda hard to see them. But, basically, what these guys do is they'll give you these clues. I don't have to Thunderspell.
Deep freeze!
They'll do that, and if you do it right, they'll drop some items for you.
See ya!
Like this. Thank you. And, thankfully, he replenishes your MP. Blizzard Arts. Nice.
Fire! Fire! See ya!
No, Pika, if you remember in the manga when he first discovered magic in Wonderland, he actually used Blizzard magic. Like, he used that to take on the next boss, which you'll see in a bit, trust me. And from what... Yeah, that's true. Oh, and there's the cat.
You'll have a better view from higher up.
Yeah, but the chair and table won't last long. You'll see why once you get up there. And as tempted as you may be, don't go over the potions. Talk to the cat. Or should I say, like, talk to the cat.
The shadows should be here soon. Are you prepared for the worst? If not, too bad.
Uh-oh. Boss fight! And I think the original coloration made more sense in this game, and with red and black. Now it's pink and purple with a hint of lime green? Like, what sense does that make?
Deep freeze!
You know, sometimes I've actually tried hitting him this way, and accidentally got attacked without realizing. Like, I don't even know how I ended up getting the spell at that point. But here's something to keep note if you're fighting him. Never use fire magic on him, because if you do, he'll end up using that against you to enhance his own attacks. There's a reason why in the manga Sora used the blizzard magic first instead. So, decide to pull off the, he'll actually walk over the stove and light up his own stick. That's where the blizzard magic can come in handy. Whoa.
Deep freeze!
And the table's moving on its own. I didn't even realize that. What the hey?
Deep freeze!
I can't hit him this way. And the table's gone now.
Come on!
A rechain of memories in this case. And I have never touched Reverse Rebirth, so thanks for spoiling me on difficulty. Well, he doesn't get any magic, so... Oh great, this is what I was worried about.
See ya! See ya!
See ya! Deep freeze!
Oh, because if I remember from the strategy guide, they're actually kind of fixed, right?
This should help.
Thanks for the heads up. So tricky to get this guy when you're so low to the ground. See here. Now there's one thing that can't move. Dang it! First loss. Well, thankfully you can continue. Unlike some NES games, there are no continue limits. So, that is a good thing. And before I forget, now that I think about it, I'm actually gonna cut right back to the castle and save because I do not want to die. And just run out of my data before this... What? Ah, come on, really? How was I supposed to know that? Well... Well, at this point, I don't have those plans right now. I just want to stream to the store, use myself, and just get through the main plot points. And as soon as we're finished with Wonderland, I'll be saving, and hopefully we'll be done for the night. I'd say 3 worlds of stream is okay. Of what? Oh, okay.
Come on!
Okay. Alright.
Deep freeze!
I don't know how I can lower the volume. Be able to lower... Sorry, you were saying?
Deep freeze!
Which I am, actually. I actually do. And when we commented last, I did watch from my PS4, so...
Come on! Come on!
I'm sure the scan would actually come in handy right about now. I'd actually know what I'm actually at. I'm just glad that you actually can get some... that you actually get some HP orbs when you get this. And, Climax Fighters, I don't know if I haven't found a way to get that. Huh. Okay. Oh shoot, he's going... Fire! He's on fire!
See ya! Deep freeze!
And I can't get to his level. I can't... Wait, let's see here. Maybe... No.
See ya!
No, that won't work.
Come on!
It's alright. No, it's not your fault. No. I'm just...
You don't know who you're talking to, do you?
Well, there's some people I've spoken with from my... Well, one person does. Most people will just talk via the text. Alright, 1 second, guys.
I know you keep doing that. You don't know who you're talking to. Some of them could be children. Some of them could be grown adults that are trying to do something bad. You are so honest and naive, but there's evil people out there trying to find out. You need to be careful. And the thing is, some of these people could be people that are like trying to find out predators. Could be police out there playing these games, and they think because you're this older person playing with those little kids, I could see somebody knocking on our door one day trying to arrest you for something that you're going to be wrongly accused of something that you did not do. So you're being so honest and innocent just playing this. One day you could be accused of doing something wrong because you don't know who you're really talking to.
For the record, I've just talked with these guys online, and they're all about my same age for the most part.
They could be lying, Zachary. You don't know that. You could like pretend you're your age, right? You're being totally honest, right? They could be lying and saying they're your age, but they're really twice your age. You're being so naive. You have no clue what you're doing. Can they hear me?
I don't know.
That's why I asked you if they can hear me. Unplug that immediately.
I just...
Unplug it. Unplug the...
Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Mom caught me in the middle of the stream, and, oh boy. Quite an earful. So, you guys still there? Alright, so, Pika, if you're there, just sound off. Make sure who's here. So, yeah, clearly taking a lot longer than I thought.
Come on!
Yeah. Hey, did you, curiously, Sean, did you, get this game yourself at one point? Same, actually. I only got the digital copy for this game because, I wanted to see if I can stream the game and talk about my memories with it.
Come on!
I mean, everybody's got their first time with playing somewhere. And again, I don't quite remember this boss being so hard. Maybe I should have trained up more or something, but oh shoot, he does not see the picture. Alright, maybe that's part of it. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I really don't know what's up right now. Let me see here real quick. Wait, I don't even know what the... I didn't need to do that. No. Let's see. Let's see here. Anything? That's weird, because it says that's,
Deep freeze!
because it says I'm getting...
Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Yeah.
Deep freeze!
Yeah. Bless you. Okay?
Deep freeze! Here!
Well, I'll see if I can beat this boss and then we'll, call it night. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can probably do more stuff on Fanfic or something, but, you know, just, in terms of streaming, we'll be done for the night. Probably, yeah.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze! See ya!
Yeah, now that that thing is... been like... I mean, this thing is literally a power move that constantly wants to blast it with anything fire. There's no way that we can... There's no way that we can hit this back, right?
Here!
Thought not.
See ya! See ya!
Shoot that fire thing. enough. Well, that's that. The Trickmaster is defeated. And we get the Ifrit's horn.
What a racket. How's a doorknob to get any sleep?
And the doorknob is... Oh, okay. And put the keyhole right in there. And this would make sense if you did other walls first, but this is officially the first keyhole that Sora would lock with this.
What was that?
You hear that? Sounded like something closed. Hey, look! This gummy ain't like the others. No, sir.
Okay, I'll hold on to it.
Not that Sora would know what that is, but hey, now the gummy piece. Nice. Splendid! You're quite the hero. If you're looking for Alice, she's not here, I'm afraid. She's gone. Off with the shadows, into the darkness. No.
Let's get back to our gummy ship. We might find her in another world.
We gotta go to a save point to return to our ship. Kinda meta of you, Goofy. Okay, so with that said, and with the fact that people are getting issues with the stream, I think we'll call that a night. Thank you guys for stopping by, and next time, I'll probably set up a DA journal asking you guys what I should be playing through next. But until then, thank you for joining in. And next time when we do the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix stream, we'll be going through Olympus Coliseum's first run. We're gonna go through Deep Jungle, finish the story there, and we'll see what else we can do in Traverse Town in the meantime. So until next time, guys, Ra Kekedi Sirba, and I'll see you next time. Johnny. See you, Sean.